What's up guys? Today we're going to be doing a quick video going over the air system on the Tacoma. I've never formally done a complete video going over the air system with the Tacoma, and I know a lot of people are curious about it since it airs up all four tires at the same time. So let's go ahead and jump into the main part that is in the box. So in the box here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff going on and it is messy, don't mind that. But this is the solenoid that runs the two compressors. Down beneath this tray, I have two Smittybilt electric compressors. I'll put a picture up here on the screen. So we have the solenoid that turns on the air compressors itself. Over here we have a couple distribution blocks for both your positive and negative power, and that is for the back here where the main leads run into the box. They come up here and distribute the power. And then over here we have two manifolds. These have an air chuck over here hooked up to it, and then this is the Keonce pressure switch that I use to run this system and be able to have it air up the tires and shut it all off itself. And then we have a safety pop-off valve here. We got our two lines coming in from the air compressor to the manifold, and then these four lines here distribute to all four tires. And then on the back of the box, as you can see, if you can see it here, we have two ports that come out for the two tires on this side, and then over there on the opposite side of the box we have another two ports that go out for that side of the vehicle. And then for the switches here, I just have one switch that goes to my air and then one for lights. The way I was going to do this originally at first is I was going to add a line and then make it to where you could air up just one tire if you wanted, but I've just been rocking the way it is now, airing up all four tires since I haven't had any issues. It's worked great, so we've left it. But anyways, that is the box portion of it. And then these are the lines that I use for airing up. You have your air chucks here that attach to the two spots on the back of the toolbox there. And then these are what clamp onto the valve stem itself. These things are awesome. I love these things. They don't come off, they don't leak, they work good. I will have a link to these down in the description if you want to grab some. They're pretty nice. You can just hook them up to whatever air system you're using. But anyways, these click onto there, or onto the valve stem, and then go to the box. I have a shorter one for the back here, and then a longer one that runs to the front. The way this thing works is I have my caps on these ports that come out of the box here. You just plop those off, and then these click onto the ports that come out of the box like such. And then you have your line. This longer one goes to the front here, and it just clicks on like that. And then now that's hooked up. And then on the back here, you have the shorter line. Same thing, it just clicks on like that. All right, so as you can see, just like that, we have all four lines hooked up to all four tires. Do a quick walk around here. Tires are completely aired down to 0 PSI. Passenger side line, same as the driver's side, just runs up into the box here. So the way that Keonce pressure switch works is I have it set at 25 PSI, so it will air the tires up to 25 PSI, and then it will kick the air compressors off. There is a 2 PSI window that I have set in the pressure switch itself, so if it were to bleed off 2 PSI, it will automatically kick the compressors back on, pump it up to 25 PSI, and then shut the compressors off. You can adjust those settings to whatever you want, whatever tire pressure you want to run for your vehicle. You can also adjust the PSI window for bleed off. But I don't ever have the thing kick back on. The system is very well sealed up, so I don't have problems with it leaking or bleeding off. All right, so now that the lines are hooked up, all you do is you flip the switch for the air and it'll start pumping, and you'll be able to see the pressure here on the Keonce pressure switch. The tires are completely aired up, and then as you can see right here, the pressure switch has kicked the system off at 25 PSI. It's a little bit over, but 25 PSI is what I have this set at for my highway pressures and running around town. All right, just like that, everything is aired up. I really like this system. It works awesome. I've had a lot of people kind of laugh at me for doing this because it seems like a lot more work, but it's really not. It's stuff that I like doing, making stuff that other people have not before, and for that kind of, or doing that type of stuff, it's fairly simple. You know, I'm good with pneumatics and electronics to some degree. So anyways, it was a super fun system to make and do, and I really like it because if it's super cold out, you can just get in the vehicle and stay warm while it is airing up the tires itself. All you have to do is hook up the lines and disconnect them. I think later what I might do that I wanted to do at the beginning is I wanted to put lines that came out somewhere in the wheel well and you just pull them down and hook them up. That would be really nice. Then you won't even have to open the box or anything like that. You just hook the lines up and flip the switch and you're good to go. But this system works awesome. I really like using the electric air compressors. I used to use engine driven ones on my past builds, and I have since then switched to electric. The reason I'm running 2 electric compressors is it about evens out running 2 of those as if you were to run an engine driven one. So I like that because it flows a lot more and it gets the tires aired up a lot faster. The main reason I went to electric versus the engine driven is it eliminates a lot of stuff of having to make a bracket for the engine driven compressor, and then when I was running those I was also bumping up the idle to pump a little bit faster, and you have to oil those compressors a lot. I just didn't want to worry about that, so I tried out the electrical, and I like doing the electric. It works great and the flow is good, so that's what we're running on all the builds now. That is the video for the air system on the first gen Tacoma. I'm going to be doing some others on the upcoming builds, so stay tuned for those. If you want to get yourself some air down valves or those Haltech deals, I will have the link down in the description to check those out. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.